This is the third and final of a three-part series on developing leaders. In the first two parts, we talked about why it's important to develop leaders. And then in the second part, we talked about who are we looking for? And now the third piece, once we know why and who, what are we actually going to do to develop leaders? So a list of some things that we can do to develop leaders, the first of which is to grow our own leadership. We can only take someone else as far as we have gone ourselves. So have a commitment to yourself to grow as a leader. And then second, develop an attitude, a mindset that I am investing in other people. There will be a payoff that may be to you or your ministry. It may be to other churches, to their family, to their workplace, to volunteer activities. But wherever you are investing, there will be a payoff. And that makes it worth the investment. Just keep thinking, how can I develop the folks around me? You might develop, as well as most of us have a to-do list, have a to-develop list. This is simply a list of people that you see potential in. We talked about the who, and you want to invest in them. This is something wonderful that I learned from Bill Easom. Don't just think about what you have to do, but think about who you have to develop. A third thing you can do is develop a culture, a mindset in your organization. Of course, we are going to develop leaders. I remember learning this some years ago in an organization like the military, like the Army. Of course, they have a mindset, a culture that we're going to help develop leaders. They would call that moving up through the ranks. But you can have that same idea of developing leaders wherever you serve. Also, think about a leadership pipeline. The idea of a pipeline comes from business in thinking about a client who at the beginning doesn't even know about a product all the way till where they're regularly buying something. But the idea of a pipeline can work in leaders as well. How do we go from someone not growing at all in their leadership to developing quite well? What are the individual steps along the way? It might be some of the things in this tool that'd be part of your pipeline. For example, offer periodic training to help people grow in their leadership, to help them become more competent in different areas. One specific way you can do this is to start a group of folks who are gathering to read a book. There is actually a separate church leader tool I created on this called Super Simple Leadership Development that goes into more detail. I got this idea from Dan Ryland, who has some wonderful teachings, by the way, on the topic of leadership, of helping there to be a culture of leadership. So think about investing your care, genuinely care about the people around you and invest time, maybe finances as well, but certainly at least time to help them grow. Have that, again, investment attitude in them. That might mean and should mean praying for the leaders around you. Pray for those people where you see potential and how you can help them grow. An excellent question, amazing question to ask someone is, how can I help you grow? So just think about someone that you may have identified based on their potential and some of the things we talked about under who, and just saying to them, wow, I just see a lot of great things in you. I just see a lot of things that God is doing. How can I help you grow? I mean, what a huge compliment that is to them, and starts to develop a relationship of investing in them. You also have to learn how to delegate. If you're doing everything, then you're not sharing responsibilities and leadership opportunities with other folks. When you step back from something, that allows someone else to step in, to learn and grow from that. It really means that you have to challenge them, to encourage them to step into that next thing. But when they do, then they have a wonderful opportunity to grow. They may fail, and they probably will along the way, and that's okay. They're going to learn from that as well, but they'll never learn if they don't have the opportunity. It, again, gives you that opportunity to be a mentor and a coach to help people grow. Well, I hope that this why, who, and what of leadership development has been a blessing. Now pass this on to somebody else who you know wants to develop leaders. Take care and God bless.